So Susan, she'll have a mask on or something. She's not had COVID, but it's okay. So.
I'm not sure how many times. I was late at the first one. I over the red, but she had patient zero. Because she turned 50 in fall of 2019. And we went on there.
There you go, this time.
It's almost as bad. I think it all started like some.
Nice to meet you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America to the great blessing for the sins, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have made some family to practice, pledge of allegiance. And I'm not proud of it. My niece, when she got into elementary, she got abandoned in school. No, we made you do that in school. And it made me feel like it's part of America.
Yeah.
And she took that away. A little kid. Couldn't believe it. I'm just, you're not American.
All right, so we've got a copy of the October meeting minutes in front of us. And I think it's meant to review that, and then let me know if you have a motion to accept. So just for the new people in the room, we follow Robert's Rules of Order, so I basically will call for a motion. And so one of the members will give a motion, and then we'll need a second member to second that motion, and then we'll take a vote to accept it or deny what was put in front.
Next question. Can you do an introduction, because I know another one.
We will, it's on there.
Okay.
Motion to accept minutes.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor of approving, say aye. Any opposed, say nay. All right, notes from the last meeting of acceptance. And anything under old business, anything you want to add? For old business?
There's nothing.
The new business, the new council appointed board members. Whitney and Susan, would you guys like to introduce yourselves and we'll go around and just give the introductions? Sure. You go first.
We wouldn't. Yeah. I'm Susan Gibbs. My son Michael works for the department.
And where do you live?
Oh, I live in Glen Oaks.
Oh, okay. I live in Glen.
I was a volunteer police officer. And I was a sergeant, so my chief didn't have to come out and give me permission to do things. And I went to college for criminal justice. And that's about it. Oh, I'm a retired truck driver. And seamstress. Thank you.
I'm Whitney. I live here in Cumberland. I live in Valley Brook Village over there. I'm in HR in my personal life, and I'm actually new to the town of Cumberland, so I moved here in April of 2025. So happy to be here.
My name is Linda Sullivan. I live in Cumberland Heights. I've been here for like, I don't know, 300 years, at least 30. And I used to be an accountant with the state, and I also used to be clerk treasurer here a long time ago. Anyway, I'm retired now, so.
James Bennett, or Jim, or Jimmy, Jimbo, only they get the name wrong, that's fine too. And I'm a local mailman. I live in Glen Oaks as well. And right on the street, so just happen to be part of council, been here since 2019.
I'm Suzanne. Chief.
Michael Crokin, captain of operations.
I'm Shandy Durden. I live in Glen Oaks. We've been there 20 years now. And I work for IU as public health person and epidemiology.
And I'm Alex Everwell, I'm a lawyer at Bozeman Cleanup. My partner Steve Unger is the regular commission counsel, but he was down in Southern Indiana today and couldn't make it up, so he asked me to attend. But I'm not covering meetings for Steve. I serve as the Fort Hill town attorney, so I'm going with Hancock County and work with the police department out there and work with the police department in Whitestown and Pendleton over the years. So glad that I could cover everything. I'm Mark Wagner, I'm the other captain of over investigations and several other projects that I will impact.
Thank you.
So we put on here the verification of email and contact information, because one of the things we wanted to do was make sure that we have accurate information, and we wanted to do an electronic notification for the full year, that way it was on your calendar, so we can do an invite for every meeting for the rest of the year, if that's easier for you. I don't know, Sally, let's see, everybody is with her. If not, we can do this, I don't know, but we wanted to make sure that if we will leave there, we have all the information, make sure we have the correct phone numbers and emails to use. Do that.
Do you have a sheet or something you want to send around, or you just want that?
And
That's, oh, sorry, yeah.
because we wanted to at least do that, and I know, just for you ladies, at the end of the year, when we get to closer to the holidays, we usually try to play by ear. Sometimes if it's not necessary to have a meeting, we won't, because it's closer to the end of the month anyways, where all the holidays are. And if we do need it and it's necessary, we'll do it closer to the beginning of the month. And then sometimes we do change things last minute, like if we need to hire somebody right away. I would say, hey, can we try to hurry up and move this up, can you get your approval? Something like that, especially when we're trying to fill a void pretty quickly. Or there might be other circumstances unforeseen. Hopefully we won't have any problems. Of course, you know your first floor. And then on here, we have I have on here policy 433. Take that home and look over it. It's quite lengthy. I don't know how much you guys follow the town and what we do as far as the council meetings and things like that, but we do have a public safety nuisance ordinance that we adopted. And as you read through this, there's a lot of responsibilities that we have to do as the department. And a lot of that is some of the things that we have to do with that. And so really things. A lot of it is making sure we're maintaining records of all these different incidents that are happening at these various locations. So that's what this is kind of piggybacking on.
Can you give us an example of some of the electronic public nuisance complaints you guys do?
Sure. If you like that.
Yeah,
I'm sure you wouldn't be able to guess.
Tommy Griffiths, put this ordinance together last year, of course, it passed, in January. This is the policy to go with that ordinance. The ordinance basically says that the police department will be responsible for maintaining records of any public nuisances. The ordinance states that if a business, within the town of Cumberland has so many calls for service that kind of meet the criteria over a certain period of time, that kicks us a notification. They have to meet with the public safety team, which is Captain Kirk and myself, create a plan to help those calls for service come down. If they don't meet with us, there's a financial penalty. If they meet with us, but then they're not cooperative, they don't take our advice, basically, they don't follow through with those things, and again, it's financial penalties. It's just to help us hopefully calm down some of the calls for service. Last year we saw a lot. There was one particular apartment complex that saw those, and then one of our stores that saw those. So we're hoping to kind of curtail that. We've given them advice before, they ignored that, so we're hoping that this will take that advice.
So is that just a movie and one security or something like that?
You know, security cameras, their own kind of security measures that we're not spending all of our resources there. We can kind of tackle some of the other things and be proactive instead of just reacting to that certain business every single time.
Yeah, the first 2 pages of this, handout is our policy.
The actual policy, the rest of it is the actual ordinance that the town has passed.
The whole building was next time.
Yes. You need that, and then if you want something on it. No, then we go on any.
I have. You want to explore it like some poems or anything?
Yeah. You want to pull it up?
But, the Lexipol is our, vendor who we do all of our policies and procedures through. So it's digital, it's accessible through the web for our guys, makes it a lot easier for them to, instead of carrying around a binder that's this big that we did. This is a lot easier for them to go through. We can make edits on there. They see these edits, they get email notifications. It's called Alexa Poll. You guys all will have their names and set up, and you guys can be able to go through the look, see policies, read them through there if you want as well. We can make a change. You should get notifications as well. If you're not, please let me know, make sure that happens. But that is essentially what that program does for us.
And you guys, we had some things changed where they've updated, so we're gonna have to update your access for that.
It should be, the ones that were in it previously should still be there, so you guys should still have access, but there is a new link that I can share with you. They just migrated us to a more updated file. So,
But you'll be able to get in there and look at all of our policies, and if there's not any question on you can review it and. Pull it out.
When we're done, I have it pulled up, when we're done, you want to take a look at my computer.
The board spent, what, maybe 2 years going through all the policies. As they first got us the form, so, yeah, it was good, though, it was a good chance for us to.
Yeah.
there is some, we're in the process of going back through and kind of fixing some things. Trying to merge a couple of things as well that were kind of redundant, so it's. all
Yeah.
looking at it.
And we have different attorneys as well too, that there was a lot of things that I think was either missed or didn't seem very important at the time, and nothing for what they did or didn't do, it was just, I think there was just some nuances and what was important. So we do have a lot of things that we're updating. I was gonna say something. No, it's nice, you guys will be able to have access to that. Not through there, hold it up, back in my head. Now, we just acquired this Axon Fix a virtual reality system. It was very pricey. And Mark did some handling, mainly with our council president, everybody else in online, but he was the one that was very difficult. When making that decision, because it was so pricey, but this is something that is definitely going to be great for our training. We actually have received it here, it's not been set up yet. We're gonna show you some YouTube videos of it, because we don't have it set up.
We're just waiting on more pieces of equipment, and Axon is the company who produces the taser.
Yeah.
They're gonna come out and kind of give us a walkthrough and set up all of our users, but yeah, I can show.
This comes with a right.
Wait, video.
And so these guys can come in here and train during their work hours and not have to, go to another site and have to go spend time and do all those different things that can come in during their downtime.
Please stop. Come your hands. Don't try to pin this on me. You don't know what they did. That includes you. How did I even get here? It's all a big misunderstanding.
Get back. Get out of my way. Let me see your hands. Back up.
I will mow you down. Drop the knife. All right. Great, you win. Look on the ground. Not afraid of that. Come on. Taser, taser, taser. Police, show me your hands. I'm fine. You're drop the gun.
That's a friend of mine, that'll be very effective, especially the reality. It's great for scenario training, we're not able to do consistently, so we'll be able to do that a year, multiple times a month. As often as they want to do it, or time will ask for them, so. these 12-hour shifts are very lengthy. Sometimes they're able to do that, sometimes they're not. And believe it or not, we are actually a lot busier than we used to be, so. Some days they can do it, some days they can't.
What inspired this was the fact that, Chief and I went to Johnson County. And, met with Axon, also several different departments. And found that the new taser that came out, Taser 10, it's different. You have to, each individual probe is a pull the trigger. Whereas our older tasers, pull the trigger once, and 2 probes will come out. So you have to get used to shot placement and what they call splitting the hemisphere. And you gotta get something up top, something down top. That way within a 12-inch spread or greater. So in order to get that neuromuscular incapacitation or NMI. So, a lot of officers were failing with this new taser. So now we have this where they can get multiple reps and we're not going through cartridges that cost a lot of money. So it's a really good effort.
So that case that was on the screen, is that the case gun they use?
It is.
Or it's not?
Yeah, ours are yellow. But yeah, it's essentially the same.
Training was really fine. It's the same thing where it's also a situational thing as well, where one of our instructors can sit there with the iPad and give different scenarios. So if the officers are talking well, they're de-escalating properly, they can make the situation be calm and not have to use force. But if they're not doing well, they're not being clear enough, we can escalate and see how they react that way. It gives them better reps, it helps them relevant situations, and prepare for that as well. Hopefully will lower our chances of use of force, which is what we want, we don't want our officers to have to use force to active, so. This is hopefully another tool for that.
So does everybody on the department have a taser?
Yes.
What about light vehicles?
Except for command staff,
Yeah.
they do not.
We have a vehicle and bike.
Okay, good.
We're very well equipped for a small department.
Yeah.
We have great equipment. We've
How
got,
many officers are?
We have 18 full-time right now. We are in the process of hiring our 19th. That process, we're hoping that maybe we can get one more this year, have a nice even 20. That will cover 4 officers per shift with 1 supervisor, and then we have a single investigator.
so, in history, that's for sure. We haven't had this many in years. I mean, when we all first came on, I think there's like 6, 7 full-time guys and we were, it's funny to look back and see that 15, 16 years ago, we were working the road 1 officer.
Mhm.
And then our times have changed, now we need 4, because it's, I mean, these calls are not safe. You know, you don't know what you're getting into when you get out there.
In the areas around, you got a lot more calls.
And it's still growing, so it's incredible, the town is getting bigger and better, the community, I mean, you've got some really great people still in here, and it's nice to be able to work for them.
That contract that just came in up here in Washington, are you in charge of that?
Yeah, and we haven't had any issues in there, we actually have an officer that lives there, it was the first one to move in.
That's a good start.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was nice, I mean, we haven't had issues in there, and the newer places we've been well received, so. Not too terrible. We've got a lot of things, events coming up this year that we're gonna try and do bigger and better than we have in the past. We do have department members that have a lot of milestones. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, and we have an officer that's been 35 years. So we're in the process of trying to plan something that will, you know, celebrate all of them. The department itself is 75 years old, so we're kind of planning something for that as well. We just kick this around and we've got, spouses, their wives are gonna take the helm on this and start the wives group. And just so we can have some more support for, actually for the spouses, because we haven't had a department this size where we needed to have, you know, them come together, introduce themselves and know each other. And I think it's important for everybody to know each other and the families. And so we're gonna have an event and host that. We definitely invited you. But
maybe that will turn into something where they can also help volunteer for some of our events too. Definitely a lot of things that we're planning and looking forward to do that we haven't been able to do in the past. A lot of things coming, so. But definitely, yeah, as soon as we can get our process down to that final officer, we'll have another, officer will maybe approve.
Do you think maybe, if you want to put up something that it's BBD or if by not smart to recommend, or do that with what?
You know, possibly. But. Just a minute,
That's very well thought.
yeah, we haven't really, we haven't decided kind of how we're gonna do. I know that Christine wanted to talk about the community event for this year too. There. Yeah, there's a lot going on this year, and there's a lot of, I mean, these are, for them to be here at least long a year, I mean, it's a lot, at least 15 years. It's incredible, because this used to be a revolving door, people would come here, get the academy, and go to another department, and get paid more, and now we have people trying to. So it's incredible. And they're good people too, we don't have people that are out here, abusing the badge, and it's nice to see, we've got really good people out here.
Okay, public comment. And you have a question, maybe even more than all, so it's not that boring. Not too good that. Just let me know if you guys think there's.
I'm sorry. We haven't, we honestly haven't had many, which is great. And
No, that's good.
EMS is responding quickly, and we haven't had the opportunity to use, so. We will.
Thank you for all that, I appreciate that.
Really, that's good, yeah.
Okay, but you're very kind, I really appreciate that.
Anything else? See what we said, we can, this is really wonderful, this is things. Yeah, we can go ahead and adjourn. Thank you, guys.